It's time for another Each One Reach One update as we have these goals that we set out to achieve for our discipleship and spiritual growth and church growth as well throughout the 2019-2020 school year. As I mentioned last week, we're doing a great job. You're doing a great job at letting us know how the Spirit is moving you. One of the ways that we really wanted to push everybody was to be more invitational. We have so many impactful ministries, so many great ways to offer healing and wholeness here at the church, and we wanted to make sure that our community knew about that. And the most effective way for our community to know the love of Jesus is for you to tell them about it. And so here's a story of invitation from one of our youth.
Okay, so I bring friends a lot of Sundays that I come to youth. I feel like Creekwood is my place, and I want other people that I'm friends with and that I trust to also know my place and that don't have a place yet. So, and Creekwood's my home since I was like 5 or 4, and I've always been here, and I know when I do bring friends that they always really enjoy it and they stick with it and they come back with me every Sunday, or I get a text, it's like, oh my gosh, I enjoyed that so much, and everything. And even with the people that do go to Creekwood that I don't even bring sometimes, I make sure that they are always apart or have people to sit with or have someone to talk to the whole time, because I don't want anyone ever like sitting alone or not having someone to talk to. And just I always want my place, my home, my second home, to be Creekwood, and all my friends to enjoy that as much as I do.
One of our goals was centered around influencing 1,000 young people, whether that be spiritually or physically, which go hand in hand most often. We've had people who have passed out backpacks to kids going back to school who didn't have the school supplies. We've had the students who come here on Sunday night or Sunday morning or in children's ministry who are being impacted by the love of Christ through the way that you lead them and teach them and show them the joy that Christ offers. We've had young people influenced through Young Men's Service League and golf tournaments as they're intermixing generationally. So many different ways, including coaching soccer teams and being a teacher in a classroom, that we have influenced young people. In fact, we're already well over our goal, and I expect we might double it. So here are just some stories of young people who have been influenced just within our church.
So celebration class is really cool. Every time we've met the older people, we've always had a really enjoyable time talking to them about their experiences and just the cool lives that they've lived. And everyone has such a cool story to tell whenever we go there and have dinner with them. It's always such a fun experience. It makes me have a little more realization for the stuff that they've gone through and lived, and just, I mean, they've lived a lot of life, and we're just beginning, and it's just a really interesting experience talking to them, learning, and just learning from them, learning from their experiences.
The church inspires me by Miss Wendy. She makes me feel brave. She tells me that don't be like other people, but to be like myself.
I wanted you to see the progress that we're making as you're considering spiritually and financially how you're going to continue to reach out into the community and support our church to do that. During this time of stewardship, during this campaign of Each One Reach One, I hope that you'll continue moving forward in what the Spirit is calling us to do. Reminder, we'll have our last update next week in worship as we talk about the service element and the mission element that our church has been known for so long.